Is that live stream? As opposed to just, you know, videos, upload videos.
Yeah, this looks good already. So thank you. Look at that. Look at that. Look at him. And then I'm on manual focus, so then I just do that.
You need a little lens cleaner, I see.
Yes. It doesn't really show up here, though. Not quite getting sued today, oh yeah.
So people actually used to put like their kicks and their snares on certain faders just because they sounded different than the other ones.
Weird.
Yeah, it was an interesting process.
What's Jablin's, Jables?
Yeah. Probably shouldn't say that.
So this is Jason.
Hi.
And he's a brilliant mixer man. And we're out of his studio here, Pink Distortion.
Pink D.
Pink D. Is that the short form?
Yeah, it's
Gross. It looks good, eh, this camera?
It looks great.
Yeah. I'm just so happy to film myself. I can't stop smiling.
Can't focus because you're just too distracted.
That's what most people do when they have friends, right? They just
think so, yeah.
pay them to hang out.
Hang out and film themselves.
Yeah.
That's totally normal.
Yeah. Tonight we're finishing a couple songs.
Thought in my head. This song's great. I love this song a lot.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
He also loves
Donuts?
Soulja Boy Tell 'Em, so I wouldn't take his word too seriously.
Oh man, Soulja Boy's great.
Damn it. See? You might be wondering why I'm not just using my studio for everything. And that's because he's got a few special little things here that will give it that extra sauce. And also, I'm not an engineer. I call these all demos because otherwise I would have a panic attack because I'd be like, that can't be the final one.
You should just call all of your tracks from now on demos. And then the ones that...
Even the ones I did with Eddie, just call them all demos. Jeez.
Anything that receives critical reception.
You win a Grammy and you're just like, oh, well, guys, like, it's just a demo.
Not even the final one yet.
You got your fader port running. Here's what the song's sounding like. Oh, you want to get the speaker vibrating?
Yeah.
Turn down for what?
Thought in my head I can't get out, and I can't get it out again. Keep saying everything in song. Hey, I know it's fine. It's only in your mind. Hey, hey, hey. Keep saying.
We're mixing this song, so I'm gonna actually stop so I can do my job. But this will feel a little like a making of video. Okay? Let's start with the clicks and pops that are sometimes in the vocal. Yeah! This is where music's made. In rooms with equipment. Every time Jason says something offensive, I turn the camera on. So, he just said, my note is out of tune, but that's part of the charm. I like it.
Yeah.
I like that you said that. It's a bold statement in 2019 popular music. Out of tune, man. That's where it's at. My music is ostensibly 70s. So
It is.
yeah. So that's all that mixing is. It's just flipping through the the mixer.
Yeah, that's... It's the only reason we get bored.
It's just a really expensive fidget spinner.
But I'm sick.
Or is that just the shaker that I'm hearing?
Could, but I'm
There's nothing wrong with the vocal, so...
Alright, infraction number 2. A song that he has heard at least 50 times now. He is getting the lyrics wrong.
What an echo will do is it'll actually just emphasize more on the late reflections, right? So it almost makes it feel as if you're more inside than you would.
What? Sorry.
Wait, what?
I'm kidding.
Just to add more like randomness to it.
Yeah.
As opposed to
An anechoic chamber.
yeah,
Application manager.
it's garbage. It's trash.
Is that what's screwing up my computer too? It's just Pro Tools trying to like
Being a bitch.
constantly have eyes on me.
Totally.
I always feel like
It's taking app man helper or whatever. 236.2 megabytes of my RAM. Why? Get out of here. Dead. When you're right, you gotta go to the dentist. Get a filling. It's hell. better to just treat the tooth, right?
Is this about your dating life in loose metaphor?
Wait, no. Maybe a woman is a donut and a man is a Timbit.
Micro penis for the win.
On
On my way. We need more Aboriginal percussionists. 50,000 didgeridoos.
Yeah.
50,000 didgeridoos.
Do you feels good?
Point 2 feels good. Infraction number 8,000 here. Jason just said if he had siblings, it wouldn't work out. And to me, that implies that he would, murder them or date them and then say, listen, this isn't working out. Great. This will make an acoustic guitar solo I did sound a little less spiky. Press record, yes. Terrible Paul McCartney song. The "for you" is the press of now. Attempting to hit a trend, but kind of taking the worst part of the sound of that time. So.
Ryan Tedder's supposed to be good.
Well, he did his job. It works for what the song is. It's just the song itself doesn't really work. Is there a little clicky boo in there?
I don't hear a click.
Yeah, there's a lot of tuning. Woo!
Auto-tune isn't a crutch anymore. It's like something people want to hear.
Yeah, and I've had enough Uber rides that even I subconsciously want to hear it. But what's unfortunate is whatever the style of music is in a certain cultural time, whatever you're making, as long as it fits within those confines, is usually like 64 times easier to make than something that's outside of that paradigm, and is also, just because of the culture you're in, ends up sounding 40% better than if you were trying to do something original. So being an original, in today's culture especially, is, I think, genuinely difficult. This is what I'm dealing with, is like less and less of a concept if what you're making is any good whatsoever. Because you hear less and less and less like it, especially as, more people chicken out because there's no money in making music that isn't just trap music. It's just whatever the trend is now, it's deliberately easier to make that kind of music. And it's because they want there to be more and more imitators.
You take a look at the 70s, right? Okay, Led Zeppelin comes out with a new album, and it's sick, and...
Oh, and then there's all these imitators.
Yeah, tons of imitators, and the labels are grabbing all these imitators because they're like, oh, that's what sells.
Yeah.
So it's the same concept now, right? People are making the same.
It's always been the same. I'm just saying that because there's less money in doing something original, there's less encouragement by major companies to try something new. And then that creates a culture where it feels even more alien to do something different.
Right, well, I mean, in a way, actually, now we're doing more different things than we were back then, because there are so many avenues for you to be able to release your music that you could find different music everywhere. Now, is that going to be mainstream? Not necessarily.
I think that was kind of always the case. You could go to a record shop and still find your Peruvian flute music back in the 60s, the same diversity is still around. I'm just talking about the actual, the cultural unconscious that goes along with being an artist today, discourages originality.
Okay.
Whereas it used to encourage it more. It used to be like, oh, this Neil Young fella, he sounds like a freak. I like that.
What's Lil Yachty, dude? He sounds like a weirdo.
Yeah, but...
Right? He's awful. Neil Young's a horrible singer. But the fact that guy had a career is shocking, considering he's the worst singer ever. Right?
I so disagree, but...
He's also a horrible guitar player. The dude doesn't know how to play his guitar. Okay, he's up there on stage, yodeling.
I challenge you to a duel, sir.
Thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe, click the thumb, and the bell. Below, you can check out other videos, my music, and more. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram or whatever. And here's me as a kid saying,
So long for now.